Hello friends, good week. How are you today? This is Vladimir and this is a weekly review for the last week of May 2012. Well, it's going to be a short week because today is a memorial for US and many banks on Europe are closed. And we can see that the market opened with gaps, but with very calm price action, very volumeless price action right now. Let's take a look on the opportunities that we might have right before we are going for the NFPs. Before we continue, it's very important to put the cards on the table. We have many issues, but normal. This is the first wave of the panic. If we take a look on everywhere, especially on the indices, let's take a look on the indices, the weekly chart. Right? It looks like the first potential down move, the first wave of the down move. Before big wave comes, normally market tries to make some retraces, some pushes up before it continues. With that understanding, we are going for the upcoming week, and we are looking for opportunities we might have. The first interesting thing is the euro pound, as the pair is being traded very low. On the daily chart there is a divergence already, and now it looks like it is trying to go and push lower to create for us the final divergence. Well, let it work. From my point of view, there is more place to go based to the weekly chart. We might go for Bollinger Bands duplication, which means we can see the prices going for 100 pips, maybe 150 pips more. There is a room for that, but the daily chart and its divergence clearly tells us this is getting closer and closer to its end. I don't think it's a good opportunity to sell the euro pound. I don't think we should fight this bullish divergence we have, but definitely want to watch for possible buys very soon. The next interesting thing we have is the Pacific pairs. Well, let's take a look on the pound New Zealand, pound against the Pacifics. We got a 20 candles right here. Now it is trying to close the Bollinger Bands. From my point of view, it takes some time, but this band is going to push higher, this band is going to push lower, and the prices should find some range somewhere around this area. Yes, it can go and close the gap that it just created during this weekend, but there is still room for the pair to go, and it looks like it will try, at least, maybe if not touching this line, but it should, for the next period, should go and try create something around this range, very big range, several hundreds of pips range, playing zigzagging until it's created somewhere around this area. We also should be aware of any potential, it's early yet, but any potential bullish hidden divergence that might be created by the daily chart. It could be on any of the lows. Technically it has and could go all the way back to 2, even lower technically, but we will be aware of any thing that happens here with this pair. I would say with this current bearish divergence we have, and before the bullish hidden divergence created, look for any sell opportunity. Gap close can be sell opportunity. Any intraday correction up could be good sell opportunity. From my point of view, it's time to look for sells before anything changes there. The pound Australian, same story. From my point of view, should close the gap here and keep lower. We have this trend line, and this trend line has to be reached, at least this trend line, which is around 158, but of course it can push all the way to the spikes and then take us all the way to 157 or even lower. Now we have more to go. That's about this pair. What about the yen pairs? Well, New Zealandian yen and Australian, from my point of view, are the best opportunities. We have the divergence already. We were extreme, but the price is still stuck. They can get a push right now, right here, all the way to 62 plus, but they can try and push little bit lower once again for the next support, somewhere around 58 or even 57. Based on the weekly chart, we have band to band move. We are oversold already, so yes, it can push a little bit lower, but it looks like it's going to be final area before strong longer correction. And on daily chart we can see this divergence. Now it can go and create also a divergence for the moving average, which will give us, of course, the must bullish sign. So it could push right from here all the way back to 62 plus, or it can push lower and then create much bigger retrace. What about the Australian yen? It's, from my point of view, the same story exactly. As you can see, it can push lower for the next support, and there create the current divergence that is being developed and make the much bigger retrace. As for now, it has room to go. We let it run. If it pushed lower, look for buy opportunities on any of the next supports around 76, around 75, maybe a little bit even lower. Each of these areas, from my point of view, are great buy opportunities. What about the euro dollar? Euro dollar is one of the most tricky situations right now, from my point of view. Take a look on the weekly chart. We have a beautiful bullish divergence, but from the second side, the Bollinger Bands being broken down. We have the 125. If weekly chart closes below this 125, it looks like the euro dollar is going all the way down. And based on monthly chart, we can see the euro going all the way back to 118 again, or even lower, who knows. So be very careful with the euro pair. I'm not sure about this pair. I think that before it crashed, it still has to make another attempt higher, maybe to the bigger trend line, this one, maybe to the lower trend line, this one, but definitely it should create, from my point of view, some attempt before it makes the crash. Right now it is fighting the current area, the 125, 124 plus. Very stiff support. Let's see how it will be developed there. Euro yen is the next interesting pair from my point of view to watch. Euro yen also has continuing divergence being developed on the bottoms, on the extreme RSI. We have the support areas 99, then we have the 98, then we have the 97 plus. Each of them should stop the euro yen for some period correction up before, and from my point of view, before it continues to push for new lows. And based to monthly chart, you can see we have more to go. There is a divergence, a long-term divergence, but breaking below this 99 area, closing it below, should open the doors and lead the euro yen for new lows, and we definitely might have one. We can see that based on this line, it can go all the way for 7, 8, maybe more 100 pips lower, and breaking below this RSI line will open the doors for the further down move, the new lows that could be created. But before it does, I think that the euro yen should make the stop here, create this extreme, create some retrace before it makes another attempt to push down. So watch this, also very interesting. Of course, other pairs like Canadian yen and Swiss yen and pound yen will show the same. Very, very, very extreme situations should provide some corrections before the big crash comes. That's what we have from the current areas. Now, few words about the Australian New Zealandian, also very interesting pair. It seems like it should go and try to push all the way for its support, the 200 moving average and the 128 50-60 area. From my point of view, it should create now 1, 2, 3 days within some range, and breaking below this range and below the current low 129 should open the doors for this down move. Going below this area and the trend line that it's been created on the daily chart could open the doors for much lower down move for Aussie Kiwi. So stay tuned. Sell opportunities on the short terms are the most recommended for the current pair from my point of view. Few words about the indices. Well, about the commodities before the indices. About the commodities, I think it's more clever to stay out of the gold and the silver yet. I'm not sure at all this is the end for them. As I said not once before, from my point of view, both gold and silver could break down their huge support and take us very strong down for the next support. I am bearish for them. I don't think we should look for buy opportunities yet. Not silver, not gold. I think it's too early. I might be mistaken here, but that's my opinion. Let them make the final move. From my point of view, silver can push all the way. Who knows, maybe back to the 20 for the long run, but the first area it should push is around 25. And I think 25 should be and would be reached for the silver. I don't think this is the final low for them. That's my opinion about that. And few words, as we said, about the indices. Creating the first stop, right? Creating the first stop during this week. I think that indices should and would push down, and Nasdaq, for example, is going all the way back to this support area, the 2400s, maybe a little bit higher, breaking below that, and we open the doors for the real down move that is about to come. Be careful with this daily chart. It looks like we have a bullish push. It could push higher back to the 2580, maybe back to 26 plus, but then all the way down again. So I am bearish for the indices. From my point of view, they are going lower. About the S&P, I think that the maximum area to go and play with will be 1340, 1350. The area we were looking for, the breakdown for the sell. Any play around these areas should be considered as sell opportunities for later. I am bearish for indices. Every up move should be considered as sell opportunity for that. That is all, friends. We had the first down move, the first panic. Normally before a real crash, remember 2007 and 8? Take a look on the indices 2007 and 8 here, right? The first push down happened, right? 2007, then correction, nice correction, then another push and another correction, and then the real crash happened. Same here. I expect it to be the first wave, now we are correction, then the second wave and another correction, and then unfortunately, from my point of view, we will get a crash. The only thing is, the election, would we have first time ever crash on the election year? Once we got it on 2008, but right after the election it changed all the way to go up again. Would we have that right now again? Well, I think yes. I think yes. From my point of view, definitely yes. About the Pacifics also, Australian and New Zealandian, based to weekly charts, these guys definitely have more to go and most likely will go. New Zealandian can go back to 0.72, maybe even lower, but once again, not directly. It should make some corrections around, and that's what it will try to do. From my point of view, it will play around for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe more weeks. Should play around this area, make the down move, then for stronger down move. Definitely it has room to go. So sell opportunities for every single major and the indices, because I don't think that the market is in good condition. Yes, I expect corrections, and yes, I think if the correction will not happen right now, then it will happen much stronger after the new lows will be created. But I think, looking forward for the long term, I think that it is not the end yet, and we are after good correction, which will provide some optimism again, then the big crash will come again. That's my opinion. I hope I'm wrong. I might be wrong, but this is my opinion. Thank you very much for watching this video, friends. I wish you a beautiful week. Good profits. Yours, Vladimir.